DFW All-Pro masses, we are just days away from one of the most highly anticipated events in VIP wrestling history. April 11th, the Word at Lakeside Church of God in Fort Worth, Texas, DFW All-Pro presents HEAVENBOUND, and you will see the Gutter Snake Izzy James challenge the pit fight sensation and feature presentation Shady J.D. Griffey for the VIP Heavyweight Championship. The history between these two spans 15 years, but make no mistake about it, there's no love lost between these two competitors. Izzy James, you've been very vocal about your claim that you are the best in Texas, and that you will walk away as the VIP Heavyweight Champion. But beyond that, there seems to be a bit more animosity towards J.D. Griffey. What's fueling that?
What's fueling that? What's fueling my angst, my animosity? You could say that. I actually have a lot of love for the person sitting in front of me. We've been friends for 15 years. We've gone up and down the roads together. We've been opponents. We've been tag team partners. We've been friends for a long, long time. For 15 years, we've watched each other in this industry. And for 15 years, I have scratched and I have clawed and I have bled buckets night in and night out to put food on my table, to put a roof over my head the only way I know how, and that is beating people up. And for you, my friend, I've watched you have every tool at your disposal to be the greatest signee to come from Texas in a long time. You've had money. You've had girls. You've had cars. You've had connections. You've had opportunity after opportunity. He's had every chance in life. And for 15 years, I've watched you be the same. I've watched you waste it.
JD, what do you have to say to Izzy? Do you believe that you've had it easier than he has?
I believe that Izzy believes it. I just want to know where all this animosity is coming from, all this vitriol, when you should be thanking me. Thank you, JD, for signing the contract, agreeing to defend the VIP championship on a DFW All-Pro show. Thank you, JD, for allowing me to call myself the best in Texas while you exist. But do you thank me? No. You do what you always do. You bitch and complain. Your issue isn't that I was born with every gift that a human needs to succeed in this industry. You so busy playing the victim, you gonna mess around and I'm gonna make you one for real. Your problem isn't all that you've given. Your problem is that you give and 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 you give. And it's not enough. Never has been, it never will be. I don't understand you, man. You're mad at me because you train, you prepare, you execute. You fight with all your heart. You bleed buckets for these fans. And all I'm doing is doing what we're supposed to do when we step into this. And that's win. And that's why I've been the VIP heavyweight champion for nearly 500 days. You're not mad that I've never had to evolve. You're mad because, like always, you're just not enough, man.
Izzy, I like your response, coupled with the idea that do you believe that J.D. Griffey deserves to be the VIP heavyweight champion?
You know, the word deserve is thrown around a lot. What I'll say is I believe that JD earned this championship. He fought really hard. He defeated a man who was possibly undefeated at the time in the Underground King, Brian Keith. You became champion that night. You've defended this title for 500 days against talent like John Morrison. And you've walked away still holding that championship. Does he deserve to be the champion? I think in his heart he believes that he deserves to be the champion, but in his brain, where critical thought comes in, he doesn't really believe those things. You want to sit here and look at me as if I'm complaining and tell me that as a friend, I'm not enough to beat JD Griffey for that championship? Let me tell you something about me, JD. For 30 years, I've had men in my life, people that I've given my trust to, and they have looked at me in my eyes and told me I would never amount to anything. So here I am sitting across from a man who just made that very clear to me, that not just a father figure thought that. No. People I call friends think that too. And it doesn't fucking matter. Because that type of mentality, all those things said to me by you, by my father figures, by anybody who's ever fucking doubted me, all it ever does is fuel me to keep going. So you may have earned that title, but I think you know somewhere deep down that as long as I'm around, you don't deserve to call yourself the VIP heavyweight champion.
JD, what do you have to say to that when Izzy says that you don't deserve to be the VIP?
It ticks me off. It ticks me off because if I'm being honest, it doesn't make sense. For some reason, you've always had my number. I'm superior to you in every measurable way. But in this ring, you've had my number. And it doesn't make sense. I don't understand because I'm so much better than you. It even bothers you, but you've had my number. I can own that. But you gotta own this. You can call yourself the best in Texas. You can call yourself unholy, gutter snake, Izzy, Rory, Greg. I don't give a shit. What you're not gonna be able to call yourself is the VIP heavyweight champion. What I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna explain to you something that you should have known for 15 years. That when I hold this championship up above my head, it's not a boast. You should know me well enough to know that I don't boast. It's a warning. So as your friend, I'm warning you. Don't trespass on my legacy. And on April 11th, when you do what you always do, don't miss. Because you know better than many in this industry that I won't.
That's why I'm mad. JD, you talk about history. There's a lot of history here, JD. 15 years of knowing each other, 15 years of calling each other friend. But history also has a way of repeating itself. What happens every single time Izzy James and Jerome Daniels, JD Griffey are in the ring alone together? Who folds? Something unholy comes into the back of your brain and plants a seed of doubt that I can see in your eyes right now, John. That unholy seed of doubt has been proven every single time that Izzy walks away the victor. And on April 11th, that's not going to be any different. You act like you don't boast. You act like you are giving me some sort of gift by standing in the same ring as me. JD, I can see that seed of doubt growing inside you. Because I know, just like all these fans know, you've known your entire career. And that is that Izzy always is, always was, and always will be the best in Texas. Why? Because you let me.
Gentlemen, may I remind you, you both signed an agreement stating you would not touch each other until Friday, April 11th, when DFW All-Pro presents Heavenbound. The Gutter Snake, Izzy James, challenges Shady J.D. Griffey for the VIP Heavyweight Championship. DFW All-Pro masses, you're not going to want to miss this.
No, I won't.